Can ChatGPT turn you into a pro into what this HubSpot study suggests could be the best marketing platform the next 4 years? I'll give you a hint, it's email marketing. Not only does this study suggest that email's still king, but in the next 4 years from 2023 to 2024, it's gonna swell from 10 billion to nearly 18 billion in revenue from email sales alone. However, I know the number one complaint I get from clients is, I need a good strategy, Jules. Like, it's all great and good just to write content, but I actually need a strategy to make more sales. Well, you're in luck today. Because rather than me just giving you like 30 ideas to write about, why don't I give you 30 days of strategic content, which is going to position you as a trusted advisor. It's going to make you more believable and increase more like and trust factor with your readers. Sounds pretty damn good, doesn't it? So in this video today, I want to give you that 30-day plan so that you can write emails that are more believable, that are more credible, and position you as a trusted advisor. This isn't the video for the perfect software or anything like that. All that's down in the link description below. If you're looking for like a perfect 30-day strategy to be able to monetize your list, this is a video you want to watch. Now, for these first 10 emails, we're going to focus on relatability, because if you can really tap into what people are thinking, they're going to assume you know the problem, right? I think we can both agree that relatability really sells, and the best way to tap into people's heads, if you don't really know, you can use Chat GPT to help you out with this. One of the biggest reasons why people won't buy from your emails is because they don't really feel like you can relate with them. Like, you don't really get what's going on, right? There's so many things going on in their day, you have to relate with all the crap that's going on. So it's a really good idea to tap into daily frustrations, and this is going to be the backbone of our first part about your marketing strategy using Chat GPT. I'm going to show you how it works inside this next bit. So this is one of those cheesy infomercials. I'm like, here's what I prepared earlier. So I actually did prepare this earlier a long time ago. And I think it's really, really helpful if you want to get to know what are the top 10 frustrations, and then come up with some ideas so that if you do want to write an email, but you don't want to start from scratch, this is how you're gonna do it. So first thing I did was I want to write, can you give me the top 10 daily frustrations? And then you can just fill in the blank of your business right here. And it's gonna give me all these different things. I've never written to this market before, and I did this while working with someone for the first time with writing their Facebook ads, right? And I don't actually want to go ahead and interview all the client and figure this out, and maybe you're the same too. So I'm going to ask what's most annoying, because if I can ask what's most annoying, then I don't have to test lots of angles. I can just get to the first one and hit the nail on the head. So what's going to happen is it's going to tell me that compliance is the number one headache. So what are we going to do here? So I'm going to ask, can you write me a horror story? Because horror story is really good for connecting, but it's not going to really get me something that clear. So I'm going to do something called the AIDA writing structure. So attention, interest, desire, action. I was curious what happened, and man, look at this. Look at the story it gave me. Holy crap, this is a gold mine if you're looking to write persuasive story selling based emails. And this is just email number one, right? We've just done one angle of compliance here. Where's compliance? Compliance is here. Then you might do what's the second most annoying, what's the third most annoying. So this is going to be the backbone of your first 30-day email marketing strategy, where you can relate with them, you know what's going on in the day, and it's just going to make your sales cycle so much shorter and so much better. Now that we've written all the email ideas for relatability, the next step is to make people believe that we're a trusted authority. And the best way I like to do this with clients is to write out every single objection why someone's not going to buy. And we're going to turn those into emails. But obviously, we're going to use the power of Chat GPT. So you're going to want to write down these prompts. So the quick way to figure out what are those objections is just to simply ask Chat GPT. So let's go do that again. Right, so you want to enter this prompt right here. And I love using objections because when you figure them out, you can actually use multiple different angles for the same one. So let me give you an example here. Time scarcity, like everyone feels like they're busy, but when you think about it, time's always like a priority, right? So if I asked you to do 3 hours of your time and you were super busy and you couldn't do anything, and I promised you to give you an extra 150 leads on your email list, you would probably say no, right? But you might use the smoke screen of I'm busy. Whereas if Joe Rogan said, hey, come on my podcast for 3 hours, you would cancel shit, you would put people, you would things you would already agree to, you would say, I've got something else more important. It's their priorities, right? So that's one way of thinking things differently. And so you've got all these 10 different objections here, but I encourage you, think deeper. There's more than one way that people think about this. It's time scarce. You might be hey, I don't have the time in my day, but a relatable story could be I said to my wife that we should go do this, but I don't have the time, and she pulled out my phone. And then what happened was that she then looked through my screen time and found that I was using social media for 4 hours, and she threw it back at me and said, there's your time. So when you think about it, there's 10 different things here, but you can spin these lots of different ways. And that's the beauty of this email marketing strategy. I'm not really giving you the content, the tips. This is what's going to be the backbone for all your future emails. Like maybe you want to do an email on time scarcity. Maybe down the track, you want to do an email on the fear of implementation failure. Like if I put in all this effort, is it actually going to work? Like that's a really good story, especially if you've got people who've like been burnt before multiple times. Now for the final part of our ultimate Chat GPT email marketing strategy, I want to position you as a credible, trusted advisor. And that's going on writing like, if someone's written on Google a 5,000 word blog, you go beyond writing more than 10,000 words. So I asked ChatGPT, how can we make you a reliable, credible expert? Give me 10 different email ideas. And man, it gave me some really killer stuff here. So before I give you the goods, here's the prompt you want to put in. And the reason why I love using these sort of emails with clients is because showing rather than telling, don't you just agree, is just like so much more persuasive. And some of these ideas even got me thinking like, yeah, I should probably do that for this client here. So here's the list, like unlocking solutions from real client stories, navigating shifting industry trends, insider insights for my network, your unique approach to compliance, strategies for my popular webinar. And let's just pretend that you got a gun to my head and you said, hey, what are the top 3 emails I need to write right now? I'll tell you what these top 3 ideas might be if you want to position yourself as a credible expert so that you don't have to put up with all this BS. People are just like, yeah, that's the price, I'll pay you. And I personally like these 3 angles because they show rather than just telling you. When you can show rather than tell, that's how you stand out for everyone else, because you can't copy that conversation you had on a podcast with someone else. You can't copy that webinar that you hosted. So can you see how this is a brilliant email marketing strategy? No one else can copy it. You bring your authority from different sources, and it just makes it super interesting, and people look to you as the expert. It's not about the information, it's about the context of how the information is handed to you, right? So we've got about 30 days of content here, but we're not done yet. How do you actually build and monetize a list from A to Z? 30 days is just the beginning. This is gonna be a lifelong thing, I would imagine. There's a lot more you need to know if you wanna make your list healthy, profitable, and responsive. You just send an email, make money every single day. The way to do that is check out the video over here. It's my complete guide, A to Z, how to build and monetize an email list. If you've watched this video, you absolutely gotta go watch this next video right here.